What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and today we're going to be talking about the official player ratings. We're getting into the individual ratings now. So we've already seen the 99 Club. We already did the top rookies. And now this is the week where we do quarterbacks today on Monday, and they're going to go running backs tomorrow and all that stuff, so on and so forth. And today we're going to be talking about the top 5 quarterbacks, which have been released. We knew 2 of them already from the 99 overall club, and we're going to jump through the little article here. I'll break it down, give you my opinion. Because I'm the ratings guy, not really the ratings guy, but people do like to listen to my ratings and enjoy using my roster. So that'll be my input. As far as other regular uploads, I just haven't really been motivated. There's a lot of things going on. I have a new rebuild that I recorded, and I kind of talked about that in the introduction about different things that are going on in the YouTube community that I may or may not have been included in, which is very frustrating. But not taken personally. I'll say that for that video, which I don't know when it'll be up. Maybe today. I don't know yet, but we're going to jump into the quarterbacks. Let's talk about the quarterbacks. Let's talk about Madden 19. So, jumping in at number 1, it is going to be Tom Brady. He's the 99 overall. We already knew that from the 99 club. And, it's just. If they're giving out 799s, Tom Brady very much deserved to be in that category. We already knew some of his stats, but in this article they mentioned that he has 99 short accuracy and 97 mid accuracy. So both those are the tops. We know with Tom Brady, he's pretty much perfect in everything outside of speed, mobility, and probably his throw power is low 90s now. But, I mean, look at the Patriots. They don't really have to push the ball downfield. They don't really have the weapons to push the ball downfield in a Madden sense. I know Chris Hogan can get separation, and he kind of gets, good yards per reception. But no more Brandon Cooks. You're just going to be throwing those slants and stuff like that. Short passes to Gronk, short passes to Edelman, because, at least in Madden, he's not suspended if you turn that off. It's Brady. How much more can you talk about it? If there's a 99, Brady was getting 99. Go to number 2. We already know about this guy, too. It's Aaron Rodgers. Now, a little bit debatable that he's getting a 99 based off of the fact that he didn't finish last season. He was injury-riddled, I guess. And I kind of came to the debate that even though he did have a bunch of turnovers in one game against the Panthers, he still, statistically, you could assume, might have had near a career high in total interceptions. Now, I was kind of making the argument he finished with 6. If he would have, tallied out, he would have finished with 12 or 13, just doing simple football math. That would have been one of his worst seasons in terms of turnovers. Now, it's football math doesn't work in all scenarios, especially Aaron Rodgers' case, because he very well could have thrown like 2 picks the rest of the season, finished with 8, which is a little bit high for a unbelievable Hall of Fame future quarterback, maybe the most talented quarterback of all time. But I just feel like, I don't know, I can't get upset about the 99 because he's Aaron Rodgers, and if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, he's probably, at this point, given his age, the most dangerous quarterback in football. And what we know from this article, based off his stats, he has 98 short throw, 94 mid, game best 88. He also has a game best 88 deep throw. He has 96 play action, 97 throw on the run, which, I'm not allowed to talk about the beta, but let's be honest, throw on the run is always going to be cheesy. It's always going to be overpowered. And Aaron Rodgers is an underrated athlete. He's a guy that, always gets well into the 70s in terms of speed. He can run a little bit, gives you that little bit of zip, whereas guys like Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, some of these older quarterbacks, they don't really have that mobility. So, Aaron Rodgers getting a 99. Like I said, based off of last season, I think if we're talking about 99s, maybe Russell Wilson, based off of last season, could have got it over Aaron Rodgers. But based off of, as a whole, the player itself, Aaron Rodgers 99, you can't really debate that. Going to number 3, it is going to be Russell Wilson of the Seattle Seahawks, who has a 92 overall. His stats, he has 86 speed, 92 agility, 96 throw on the run, so just 1 below Aaron Rodgers, which I actually think that's kind of debatable. I think I'd probably give them the same. For his accuracy scores, he has 93 short throw, 87 mid throw, 83 deep. And based off of the fact that he has a scrambler player archetype, there's a couple of new stats for quarterbacks. He has a 91 break sack rating. So that's obviously when you're in the pocket, the ability to break out of a sack. As a Philadelphia Eagle fan, I'm very interested to see what Carson Wentz has. I would say he should be right there. If he's not number 1, if he doesn't have a higher than 91, he should definitely be number 2 in the league. But yeah, basically the article rounds up Russell Wilson's little segment to saying he is the most effective dual-threat quarterback in Madden 19, which is agreeable. The only thing I think is disagreeable is him being 6, 7, we'll say 7 because I think the ratings, they're not going to fluctuate. Sometimes ratings fluctuate. I think that they're going to make sure these 99s stay 99 on release. So he's 7 points a gap between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. I think based off of last year, there is no argument, even with me, being a Carson Wentz homer, thinking that if Carson Wentz finished the season, there's no way I would say anyone else was an MVP. But if I had to make a case for someone else to be, it would have been Russell Wilson. Regardless of if the Seattle Seahawks make the playoffs or not, there was no player, not even Carson Wentz, that was more important to the success of his team and did more for his team than Russell Wilson did for the Seattle Seahawks. And I think 95. I would have gave Russell Wilson a 95 to open the season. Sure, his deep throw accuracy probably should be low. 83 is about fair. But I think that you definitely could have apped up everything else. He is just incredible. I saw what he did against my Philadelphia Eagles. He made the Eagles look stupid. And even though Philadelphia kind of shot themselves in their foot that game, and I think if Philly executed and didn't have just uncharacteristic turnovers, they probably would have beat the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson was unbelievable in that game, and I think he is the most electrifying quarterback in football right now. Give Carson Wentz another season or two. Get Carson Wentz another year or two to get those naysayers to say, well, he's not just a one-year wonder. But overall, for talking about Russell Wilson, he's going to be very overpowered, but I think more so that 92 should be higher. I think he should be much more closer to the upper echelon of these quarterbacks, and a big part, most reason of that, is because of how well he played last season. Going to number 4, it's going to be Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints. He is a 91 overall. Some of the stats here, we have 97 throw under pressure, which is another one of those new quarterback ratings, kind of very similar to the break sack. His accuracy numbers, he is 97 short, 89 mid, and 81 deep. I think I might up that deep a little bit. His deep ball accuracy is still pretty good. You can find Ted Ginn, find Mike Thomas down, no problem. The polarizing issue with Drew Brees is, again, statistically speaking, wasn't very good last year. And by very good, I mean to the Drew Brees standard. Now, Drew Brees is kind of one of those guys that, it's really, you have two sides to critique him, and neither are really that fair. On one side, you have him when he's throwing for 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns. You say, yeah, those numbers are impressive, but they throw the ball so much. They just don't run the ball. It's just Drew Brees kind of in like a gimmicky air raid attack. That's why his numbers are so high. And then you saw last year where they transitioned to the run a little bit, and now you see Drew Brees' numbers just declining because they were running the ball so well with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. And then you want to hold it against Drew Brees that he didn't have as big of a year because of the scheme and how everything on the offense played out. So it is kind of unfair. I see a 91 with Drew Brees and I say, hey, that's fine. And then also I can kind of see what he did last year and say, maybe that's a little generous. But overall, I'm going to meet in the middle and say 91 for Drew Brees is fair. He's earned it. And, we already saw with the Aaron Rodgers 99 that this is a reputation-based overall system and not purely about what you did last year. And then rounding out the top 5, we have Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons, who got an 89 overall. 89 overall for Matt Ryan. When I see this, it's a lot based upon he's a year off of an MVP season, so it's kind of that decay to his MVP caliber rating. What we know is that he has 94 short accuracy, 86 mid, 85 deep, 89 throw in the run as well. I don't see any mention of Carson Wentz in this entire article. I think that if Matt Ryan is an 89 overall, Carson Wentz at minimum is an 88. You have to give Carson Wentz was the MVP, and you don't have Matt Ryan 89. Matt Ryan was not good last year. We saw Matt Ryan against Philadelphia, against a team that Julio Jones should have feasted on. Matt Ryan was inaccurate in that game. That game was the tale of why aren't they running with Devontae Freeman more. Was not anything to do with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was an above-average quarterback last season. Like I said, the only reason why I could see him getting that 89 is just because they say, oh, he's an MVP, whatever, and that's just a slight ratings decay. Stats are nice, though. His stats are nice. And let's be honest, Matt Ryan's a good quarterback. But again, I mean, this is the reputation showing and not so much the body of work and what have you done for me lately. Now, in the honorable mentions, still nothing for Carson Wentz. They have here, I'm going to read the whole thing. Well, not terribly accurate beyond mid-range, Carolina Panthers' Cam Newton possesses 85 speed, 97 throw power, and a best in-game 98 break sack rating. You know what, now that I think about it, yeah, Cam Newton, Carson Wentz, and Russell Wilson probably should have the highest break sack. I don't know if 98. I don't know if Cam Newton has 7 more point break sack rating ability over Russell Wilson. But they also said Cam obviously can run a lot. So the fact that Cam Newton's mentioned, is he the sixth best quarterback? I'm assuming that's how they're doing it. And they also have, for the Detroit Lions, Matt Stafford remains a solid all-around pocket passer. His accuracy scores of 87 short, 82 mid, 81 deep, which is, I actually think, maybe a little low. I would probably have a couple points, especially on the mid. And deep, man, his deep ball to Marvin Jones. The deep ball game is really, really good. And he also has 98 throw power, which is second to Josh Allen, the rookie, who got 99. So no mention of Carson Wentz. No mention of what is an emerging superstar. Obviously, I'm going to reflect it back on Carson Wentz because I'm an Eagle fan. But how do you not mention him? Like, from a market, these are marketing. This is a marketing tool. That's why they wait so long to give the ratings out, because these articles get people hyped for the game. Carson Wentz is an emerging superstar. His jersey sales are top of the charts. Everything about Carson Wentz is trending in the direction that he could very well be the face of the league after maybe another good year last. You don't have a mention in the audible mentions. What are they going to get? If Carson Wentz gets 85, anything lower than an 87, I'm gonna go off. I've been trying my best, biting my tongue for some of these ratings because they're ratings, and ultimately, if you don't like them, you could just modify them. But I kind of view it how this game views my favorite player, and obviously, homer bias aside, the fact that Carson Wentz doesn't even get an honorable mention when you're talking about the top 5 quarterbacks, just the top quarterbacks in general. That's what this discussion is about in Madden, is disrespectful, and I'm a little triggered right now. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about these top 5 ratings? Again, I don't think they're that undisputable. Like I said, maybe number 5, you have Matt Ryan. You could probably throw in, like I said, Carson Wentz could go in there. You could see maybe Ben Roethlisberger get thrown in there. You're just going to be like the one guy that says, oh, where's Jimmy Garoppolo? But I think the fact remains, Eagle fan or not, the fact that when you're talking about the quarterbacks to get you excited, and there's no mention of Carson Wentz, I think we're finding some shenanigans here. So that's my take on it. What do you guys feel like? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Madden 19th season is going to be booming here on the channel. Maybe that's a little spoiler of who's going to be on the cover of the game. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow, which I assume will be a review of the running backs. I'll catch you guys then. Peace out.